Biggest value. It's the best offer on the Dr. Nassif Detox Pads. Don't go away. Our best value of the day is coming up. Well, I never leave the house without these detox pads. They're one of my all-time favorites. I'm going to take you shopping tonight. My name is Sarah. I'm here with the internationally renowned facial plastic surgeon, Dr. Paul Nassif. He's also familiar, the star of East television show Botched for more than 8 years running. He has been our go-to guy, and he has developed skincare for us exclusively here at HSN. So welcome back.
It's great to be here.
Nice to have you live in our studio, and this is always a pleasure. But that means it's a really big deal, and it's a really incredible buy. These are his #1 best-selling hero products. They're detox pads. It's a little mini facial. It's exfoliating, it's a firming treatment, it's radiance, addressing uneven skin tone, reducing the appearance of your pores, it's brightening the skin, and it's infusing your skin with some of the most amazing anti-aging ingredients. One of these sells every day for $46. Each one of these tubs is a 60 count. So for the price of one, you're getting 3. It's a buy one, get 2 free value. This is what we call a today's special. In fact, it's so incredible. At $140, you would be getting 180 detox pads every other day. But today at HSN, you're getting 180 detox pads for less than the price of one. Now, there is 2 formulas. There's the original and the gentle. Why don't we explain that really quickly so everyone can jump right in?
Absolutely. First of all, if you are new to our detox pads and you do not have a sensitivity to salicylic acid, you got to stick with the OG. However, you can try the gentle. Matter of fact, a lot of folks like to mix and match. That's replaced with a fruit acid complex, which is just as effective. We're going to go through all the ingredients. And one of the most important things we're going to talk about today, I want to have Sarah mention, very important about this today's special, is the auto ship.
That's right. In fact, you weren't going to do auto ship, but then he knew that so many of you have chosen this as your #1 all-time favorite product here at HSN. He says, okay, we can do a few auto ship. And basically, auto ship means you get to lock in this price for all future shipments. So that means we at HSN and Dr. Paul Nassif have to honor that price for your future shipments. That's why we can't do very many of them. But if you're ordering right now, here's what I would suggest. If you love the detox pads as much as I do, you want to lock in auto ship tonight. Once auto ship sells out, we will have the trio available for you. It does have a 2-year shelf life. If you use one of these every single day, it lasts 6 months. If you use one every other day like I do, this is a year's supply of detox pads. We have free shipping. We've got interest-free payments. But if you want to order right now, jump right in and find out why 52 million pads have been spoken here at HSN. I like that it does so many things in a really simple, effective pad that just goes on in a heartbeat.
You know, the new saying I like now is called swipe and glow. And you're going to look at one of these pads. It is wiping away the signs of aging. And by the way, we've sold over 2 million of the whole tubs worldwide. And as you mentioned, 54 million pads sold here. And I will tell you one thing. This is a big favorite with all the hosts because if you got that thick makeup on, this does everything. So what I want to do with all of you, explain how these work. We're going to go through an animation first. Let's do that so I can explain how it works. I'm going to show you some science. We're going to have fun. I'm going to really teach you everything about skincare and why these were originally made. So first of all, this is something that I developed for all my patients preoperatively and postoperatively. Getting that skin ready for procedures and surgery, and then especially after the healing. So first of all, exfoliation of dead skin cells. As we get older, we accumulate a lot more. Gunk on our face, especially debris and makeup, it sticks in your pores. So they actually pulls everything out of your pores. When your pores are empty, they get a little smaller. That makes the texture better. Helps with the skin tone, firm the appearance of the skin. Fine lines and wrinkles are softer. And actually, it's great for hydration. It's great for problematic skin. So what we'll do is here, I'm going to go over to our telestrator right here, and I'm going to show you. So what you're looking at on the screen, you're going to pop back and see it. This is very thick fluorescent makeup. And this was our clinical study to show why this is so effective. And so when we actually take a look at conventional soap right here, that's what's stuck inside And this is called a VISIA, complexion analysis, which means you can't see this. So basically, if you are putting on a serum, like we're gonna do a launch of our niacinamide, okay, biopeptide serum, it's not gonna be that effective. The reason why it's not effective is because you're putting it on top of clogged pores. It's not gonna penetrate in your skin. Now, using the detox pad, what do you see? You see this. You see absolutely perfection. Now, when we did the clinical study on this, it was 108%, more than double more effective than soap and water. And what I want to do is also tell you a few things. And now this is some of the stuff that we've been hearing from, a lot of my customers, at the Med Spa in Beverly Hills. Obviously, you're not going to ever get this value. Matter of fact, a lot of our customers say, when are you going on HSN to get this value? And the thing I'm going to tell all of you, first of all, you'll never see this value ever again, especially with what's happening in the world. And I will tell you that I use these twice a day, first of all. All genders, all ages. I don't care, if you're 12 years old, you can start this. I don't care if you're, 85 years old. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna just pop over here. I talked to you about 108%, more effective than soap and water. Now we have Donna, who's using the OG, the original. And I haven't seen Donna. Hi, Donna. I know you're having fun over there. I'm just popping over next to you. And she's using a makeup wipe. Now the makeup wipe, obviously, soap and water, makeup wipe. What do you use to take off your makeup at home? So again, we're doing a live demonstration, and you're seeing that, of course. And she does have that makeup on.
Yeah, and now I'm going to take one of your pads and I'm going to go over exactly where I just went over with a makeup wipe. I used to use makeup wipes to take off my makeup every night. I thought I was getting my face clean until I started using the detox pads. I'm going over the exact same area and look at how much makeup was still left on my face. And the detox pad not only cleans my face, but it leaves behind a great treatment for my skin. So, it's a double whammy. It's fabulous. I use them twice a day, every day.
One of the things I want to add too, we look at her, I'm just going to pop up, is that underneath the lower eyelid here in this area, sometimes you get milia. Milia are these little trapped, they're keratin, which means skin gets trapped underneath the skin, you get these little bumps. It is a great way to actually help, one, prevent them, or two, if you have them, to basically break them down. Sometimes you may have to see the dermatologist for that. And, or it gets them easier to exfoliate. But it's a great prevention on these. And that's why I like the Swipe and Glow. One thing too that the customers have mentioned to me, and that some of the new exciting stuff is, first of all, they're using it on the neck and deck. Especially we get the tech neck, which means when you're using the phone, you're bending, down like this, you start seeing the wrinkles. Especially this area here, which is damaged. A lot of us younger were using baby oil. I don't know about you, but I used a lot of baby oil.
I did too.
In this area. And the other area too is the hands. So before you any treatment, you want to get your hands prepped. And I'm telling you what some of our customers have told me. So that's another great idea. The other thing too, I have to tell you, again, I'm telling you what my customers tell me, back knee. Getting that acne on your shoulders. The salicylic acid is great for that. You get the little keratosis pilaris on the back of the arms, the little bumps. It's great for that. It's great for the top of your feet, great for the calluses and the cracking. So these, besides using them on your face and neck, we're talking your whole body. And this is why I want all of you, what we do is we keep one of these in everywhere in the house. Every bathroom has one. Everyone who comes over uses them. I keep them on my bedside. I'm getting home, it's late. I travel from Beverly Hills to where I live now, about an hour-and-a-half drive. I'm in the car, I use one of these, and oh, I got a few more ideas to tell you real quick. It's so great while I'm in the car. The gym, all right, what's happening? You're sweating. I'll tell you one thing, after the gym, it's incredible. Also, some interesting comments that we've heard underneath the arms. When you get the little razor burns and the bumps, it helps with that. It actually helps, some folks say it even helps eliminate some of the odor, because when you remove some of the debris, it's actually getting rid of some of the bacteria. So this really is an incredible multi-purpose, product now. And I know we'll come right back over to you because I know you want to talk about it. But I'll tell you one thing too, with Kelly, what are you doing there? You using what?
I'm doing just what Donna did to show you. I'm using a regular makeup wipe to take off all the makeup that I have on. And as you'll see, I've got a pretty decent amount of makeup on there. It's pretty full of makeup, but I'm gonna take one of the detox pads and I'm gonna go back over that same spot that I just did. And as you'll see, there's a lot more makeup to be removed. And what's nice is that not only am I removing the makeup, but I'm leaving behind such a wonderful, wonderful amount of skincare that is really gonna take care of my skin, help the texture, help the color, and help just clean out the pores even better.
Right. I mean, think about it. If you're washing your face with soap and water, it is not nearly as effective as using a Dr. Nassif detox pad. This is why when the doctor is in, you're getting doctor-developed skincare. These are the exact same pads. These are the exact same formulas. We have the Hydro Screen coming up. We've got a brand new niacinamide serum that we're gonna debut tonight. This is everything you want, doctor-developed skincare, so you know he knows every single ingredient, every single drop that's going into every single formula. These are nice, big, oversized pads, and what you're getting is the only time this year that we're doing the 3-pack of the 60 count. This is a total of 180 pads. Let me just break it down for you one more time. Best value of the year is on your screen. If you do not order this today, you are going to miss out on the best value, the biggest buy, the biggest bundle on his #1 best-selling hero product. If you've never tried Dr. Nassif, you don't have to change anything else about your skincare routine. Just add these and you will start to see the results. I love these detox pads. I pack them in my suitcase for every single trip. It doesn't matter if I'm going to Michigan or I'm biking in Croatia or I'm camping in New Zealand. I could only take like 4 beauty products with me on my New Zealand camping trip because we were in like a little camper van, Dr. Nassif. And every time we got to a camp stop, I said, first thing I'm gonna do is use my detox pads because you might not always have soap and water. You may not always have a shower or bath, like you mentioned, after the gym. But when you have a detox pad, you have a cleanser, you have an exfoliator, you have a mini facial, and you've got a resurfacing treatment all in one. And the best part is you do not have to rinse it off. You can read the nearly 500 rave reviews on our website right now, but as expected, auto ship is going very, very quickly. If you say yes to auto ship, you'll be one of the few in the world to lock in this price on future shipments. It's about a 90-day auto shipment cycle, but you can change that, cancel that at any time, but you will never see this 3-pack again for $45. One is $46, so now you get 3 for less than the price of 1. So here's how it works. You order our today's special, which is our best value of the day with free shipping. You can lock in this great price. It comes down to 25 cents per pad. If you're using this every day, for a quarter a day. I can't even park for 15 minutes for 25 cents these days. But I could have had a little mini facial from a doctor-developed skincare. We also have his incredible, fabulous cleanser. Now the cleanser is available as what we call our bonus buy. If you add the cleanser to your order, now usually the cleanser on its own is $79 because this is like a year's supply worth of facial cleanser. You're getting the cleanser today as our bonus buy with the Today Special for just $45. So you're saving $34 off the price. I don't believe that's on auto ship. So if you want to lock that in, you can buy that in pairing with our detox pads and you'll have a great opportunity for you because you are getting magic in every single pad. How is yours different from, I mean, we're seeing the girls use just, you know, a cleansing pad that you buy at the grocery store, the drugstore. How is yours different? Explain that to everyone.
I'll tell you one thing, we call it the triple acid blend, which has lactic acid, salicylic, and glycolic. And what they do, once you start using these products, they work synergistically. So besides removing all the gunk, it's infusing simultaneously all the great clinical proven key ingredients that we use, but it's also hydrating. So it's not stripping your skin. So besides not stripping your skin dry, it's hydrating. And let me walk you through what these pads do. And I use them twice a day, no matter what. So this is a 3-month supply for me. That's why I love that it's on 90 days on the auto ship.
Right.
Exfoliation. And I want to talk about exfoliation for a second once I'm done. Debris and makeup, 108% better than soap and water. I'll show you a clinical study. It goes in your pores, extracts the gunk That's what makes your texture, you know, not that great when the pores are full. Plus, you need empty pores to have any other skincare product work together. Firm the appearance of the skin, fine lines and wrinkles, softening, actually, you know, really, it does absolutely everything for your skin. And I want to, after I show you this.
I like that point that you just made.
Which one?
You have to reveal the skin that's underneath. And for all of your other topical skincare to work, you have to have clean, vibrant, empty skin. You can't have clogged pores.
Absolutely. And I mean, you know what's another point about that? No matter what you use, no matter what skincare line, this works seamlessly with everything. It takes any product. So let's say you're going to spend $200, $300 on a product, or hopefully not. You're going to come here tonight and get Nassif MD. But it makes those products work better, effectively. They get in. So for example, what you're looking at below is a Vizia, a complexion analysis, very thick fluorescent makeup. Okay, now after using soap and water, you see what's left in your skin. Take a look right there, that's what's left inside, as compared to using a detox pad side. And that's what's left in your pores. One of the important things too about exfoliation, when we're doing a treatment, when we are bringing you to the operating room, that's why these were made. These were pre-treatment. Exfoliation without stripping the skin, keeping that pH the same. It's getting your skin ready so that my surgical results are going to shine more, just like the Hydro Screen. It was the 1-2 punch for surgery. And then after surgery, especially after facelifts, deep plane facelifts, rhinoplasties, we got to get that skin clean and keep it so you heal well, especially, you know, in the face, because you have all this surgical prep stuff that we put on the skin. And that really goes in there for like 3 or 4 days. When you start using the detox pad, it really takes care of your skin. So this is why. And then Donna, what are you doing over there? Donna's actually using, she had a makeup wipe, and then she just took it off, used the makeup wipe, now you're using a detox pad.
Yep, I'm going over the exact same area. I'm doing the other side of my face just to do the demo for everyone, to show just exactly how much dirt, oil, and makeup a regular makeup wipe leaves behind on your skin. The detox pad, it gently exfoliates, which I really, really like, and it leaves behind great skincare that brightens my skin, firms my skin. I feel like the fine lines and wrinkles are less than they were before I started using your products. I use the detox pads every day. I've got my mom on them, my son, who, you know, he does have an issue with back knee, and he uses them, and he's seen some really good results as well.
Donna, you just reminded me how popular this is, not only with me, but with my entire family. I think I told you this story once. I've got a lot of teenage nephews. I have 5 teenage nephews, and they're all at that age where they're starting to get concerned about their skin. So one of them said, Auntie Sarah, you know a lot about beauty products. What do you have for me? And I said, oh, you should start with the detox pads. He loved them so much, he had me send them to him when he was living overseas. My sister and her family had to move overseas for a job for a couple of years. I was sending these to Singapore, okay? Like, that's how much your detox pads are in demand. He goes, I can probably just buy them here. And I was like, actually, no, you can't. I have to send them to you. So I send these to my nieces, my nephews. I also don't leave the house without them. And here's a true story. I had a facial for the first time in about a year. I know, you probably are like, you should be getting a little facial a little bit more often. I just don't get around to it. I said to the technician who was doing my facial, I said, oh, just tell me how my skin is. I'm really worried. I haven't had a facial in a long time. She goes, actually, you have really tight pores. And I was like, I do? She says, yes, you have really tight pores. And I swear it's because of your detox pads. These have been a lifesaver for me. I really love it for the brightening. I notice it evens out my skin tone. My skin is smoother. The surface is more like glass. If you haven't tried these pads, this can be a game changer. And you don't have to wait very long to see the results. No, that's what else I love about them, right? You can notice the difference after the first time you use them. I
mean, I'll tell you one thing. When I first started, when I actually developed them and we did these, I go, how can one pad do that many things? So remember, everyone, it's exfoliating, cleansing, and it's an anti-aging pad. That's why I like Swipe and Glow. That brightness that shines, especially with the vitamin C. There's ectoine, there's witch hazel, there's anti-inflammatory products. And by the way, what you're looking at is a Vizia of the Gentle. Just as effective. And so I can remind everyone, we have 2 types. We have the OG, which has a beautiful blend of salicylic, lactic, and glycolic acids, and many other vitamin C and many other products. Now, if you know you're sensitive to salicylic, then you're gonna switch over to the fruit acid complex. And actually, again, they're safe to use around the orbital bone, especially the lower cheek. Make sure you don't get it in your eye, but it's great even for that milia, the little bumps you get underneath your lower eye. It's great. And then what we were talking about earlier, exfoliation. So what happens to us as we get older? We have a couple million dead skin cells that accumulate a day, okay? And as we get older, it's hard for you to actually get rid of them. These help with that. First of all, you're in the shower, you're gonna use the Nassif MD cleanser, which we'll hit shortly in a minute. Then you're gonna start your first anti-aging treatment with your detox baths. Every one of these are soaked. And also what I want you to do for the Today Special, I want you, because it's limited, probably will be gone tonight.
In fact, auto ship could sell out very, very early because actually half of you are buying the auto ship. Later in the day, there will not be auto ship available. And there's a reason why we couldn't do that, because you have to guarantee that price going forward. So here's what's so amazing about this value is that we're doing the same price on this trio that we did last year. We only do it once a year. If you think, oh, we'll do this every 3 months, every 6 months, maybe next year, it will be June or May of 2026 before we do a value like this again. And according to Dr. Nassif, we will not be able to repeat this value. So the fact that we're holding the same price as last year, even though the price of each one of these has actually gone up, is a really huge savings that he is just so thrilled to pass on to you. You will not get the savings if you walked into your clinic in Beverly Hills. But what I also love is that everybody's getting an opportunity to learn from someone. I mean, you're an internationally renowned facial plastic surgeon. You're a speaker. You actually teach other doctors about surgery. You could have access to any product, any ingredient in the entire world. And the fact that you put your name and you stake your reputation on this, I think that means a lot to everybody watching.
Well, I appreciate that.
Because you're getting the best.
I mean, because one thing that I can tell you, you might recognize me and you might try them. But if the product isn't any good, I'm gonna just say it as it is. If it's not effective, and you're not gonna get it again. And this is why we've sold, how many, wait a minute, was it 54 million pads?
52 million, last time we counted.
Okay, at HSN. Remember, this is my #1, over 2 million sold worldwide. And now, Kelly is using you're using the Gentle, correct?
I am. I've just wiped off my makeup, or thought I wiped all my makeup off with a scratchy makeup wipe. And I wouldn't have believed this if I hadn't tried it myself. But these detox pads, I have the Gentle right now. Donna was using the regular OG one. But as you can see, I have wiped off even more makeup and dirt and debris on my face than the makeup wipe could. And this feels so smooth and gentle. You talk about it exfoliating, but it just feels like I'm putting a nice skincare on. It doesn't feel like I'm ripping anything off. It feels so nice, and I love it because it's so quick, it's so easy. When I'm getting the kids out the door in the morning, I can just do this, and my skincare is done for the day.
You know what? I was just thinking, you guys have each done this 3 times, right? I mean, you guys are on a roll. They've been putting on makeup and taking it off, and they've done this 3 times, but their face isn't red or irritated. Other wipes will do that. Why does your face get like, when you use some of those other wipes?
Well, because it's irritating your skin. I mean, so that's what's incredible about these clinically grade ingredients that are synergistically working together. Because what's happening is they're cleansing, exfoliating, infusing anti-aging products without stripping the natural pH, hydration, transepidermal water loss. It doesn't do any of that. And there's actually hydrators in here. And when you're looking at this little video here, first of all, exfoliation as we get older, we don't really lose skin cells, and that blocks for any of the other products. They don't work well when they're sitting with dead skin cells on your skin. 2, the pores, the dirt, the grime, the sweat, the sunscreen. We gotta get rid of all that. Cleans out your pores, then they shrink, makes your texture better. Fine lines and wrinkles are so much softer, firming the appearance of the skin, hydrating. And again, a lot of our customers are saying, back knee, help me with the arms, shoulder, neck. There's actually, what's interesting I just found out, and I should have known this, but there's micropores in your décolleté area. So the point is for that radiance, and you want to actually get that chest, again, looking better, more radiance, you're doing the décolleté of the neck. Top of the hands before you put any other products on. Top of your feet, bottom of your feet, back of your arms for the little bumps, underneath your arms to even decrease some of the bacteria count. So this is doing everything, and that's what our patients have told us after, let's see, 8 years.
8 years here at HSN. Congratulations. Also, a huge customer choice, a big, big customer pick here at HSN. This is the best value of the year. They are going very, very quickly. If you want it, you have to shop now. You can get 3, which is 180 total. That'll last a year if you use it every other day. It'll last 6 months if you use it every single day. It'll be a 90-day supply if you do it twice a day. Either way, they're like 25 cents a piece. This is one of the best values we have ever done, we will ever do on the detox pads. I have mine on auto ship. I just got my last shipment about a week ago. But if you're really savvy, you'll switch over to the 3-pack on auto ship, and you don't have to use them all right away. That's a 2-year shelf life. So keep one, gift one, share this with a loved one. We also have a bonus buy on the cleanser. I just want to remind you, this is our mega size. I mean, no one does a bigger bottle in a facial cleanser. That's usually what you see in a shower gel. But this is also not only just a great cleanser, but it's also anti-aging. It will be $34 off with your purchase of our today's special. And that rarely goes on sale, only when we do it as a bonus buy. So that's a really great time to lock that in. That's a lot of facial cleanser.
I mean, do I have a minute to talk about that?
Yes, go for it. You have 3 minutes,
I
actually.
have 3 minutes. Okay, actually, I'm going to talk as I'm walking over to the ladies.
Okay, let's do that.
I have to do this. So, I mean, for all of you out there, you're seeing Kelly and Donna using it. And this is, to me, you know, when it comes to a cleanser, I'm sure you've all probably have used 20, 30 different cleansers. And what's great about this, first of all, it preserves the natural microbiome. It, in other words, maintains the pH on your skin, okay? So that means when you change the pH of your skin, which this doesn't, that actually kills some of the natural microbial or actually good bacteria on your skin. This doesn't do this. 2, it hydrates. 3, it cleanses, of course. 4, it has antioxidants. It's anti-aging. So there's vitamin C in matcha tea. So the way you're going to use this, everyone, you're going to take this in the shower. This is supersized. All you need is 1 pump. Okay, you can use this. And actually, if you can't buy a few, put one in the kitchen so you don't use the sanitizers, which really, you know, listen, even in the operating room, after I do my initial scrub, we'll use sanitizers, and that really kind of dries out your hands and actually does affect the pH of your hands. So I want you to use this on your hands. I want you to use maybe even a half a pump is all you need. It's gonna last forever. In your shower, that's step 1, your detox pads are gonna be step 2. And then, by the way, which we haven't launched yet, but we're gonna do the niacinamide biopeptide serum, first launch across the world here, and that's gonna be your 3rd. Remember, you layer. It's all a synergistic approach. And you're trying this right now.
What I love about this cleanser is any other soap I've ever used from the time I was little, if I got out of the shower, my skin would be dry and tight and itchy and hurt. Anytime I use this, which is every time I take a shower now, I get out of the skin and I could go with or without lotion even, because it has, I think what you're saying is it's balancing out my pH. Is that correct?
That and it's hydrating.
It's hydrating.
So that's like the detox pad. It's not stripping your skin.
Right.
Because remember, you don't want dry skin.
Right.
And that's the problem with a lot of the cleansers. Maybe they're very effective, but they're pulling everything out of your skin. So everyone out there, listen, you know, as a facial plastic surgeon, I know the skin from the inside out. You might say, why am I doing this? Why am I selling skincare? Because I gotta tell you something, it makes all the surgical results, which I love operating more than anything, that much better. And even the cleanser took us 2 years to actually put this together to get the right formulation. Matcha tea, what you drink, you know, over what, at Starbucks or something like that? This matcha tea antioxidant is in this, besides an incredible vitamin C, which is a brightener.
I love that, because, you know, if you think about it, no one knows more about your skin than a facial plastic surgeon, an internationally renowned facial plastic surgeon. He's right here in the studio, so if you've ever wanted to make an appointment with Dr. Paul Nassif, And you might find yourself in Beverly Hills. You can't even pay for parking when you consider all the great values that we're offering here today. Now, I'm really excited about this because I do not want anyone to miss out. This is an absolute thrill. This is the world launch of the first ever niacinamide biopeptide smoothing serum. We've heard a lot about niacinamide, but this is niacinamide plus 300 different peptides. This is gonna address skin texture, the look of fine lines and wrinkles. This is gonna help you with crepey skin, sagging skin. It'll brighten the look of your skin. 10% niacinamide, that's a big deal, and it's only $39 for our sale price and for our big day with Dr. Nassif here in the studio. And I'm so thrilled that you're doing niacinamide because you've probably studied this ingredient for the last 30 years or so.
So 2 years ago, I was talking to Alice, my CEO. I said, we need a very good niacinamide, which is a derivative of B3. By the way, I want you to look at these. We're going to show you these befores and afters. You're gonna look at these, and I'm gonna go to the Telestrator after, but I want you to look at the lower eyelid. I said, listen, I want to get something especially for the lower eyelid that's gonna help with the crepey skin and the hyperpigmentation. Now, some hyperpigmentation is very deep. Even lasers don't do that. But I want to take care of the crepey skin. I want to help with the hydration, and one of the best besides vitamin C is niacinamide. Now, you might say, okay, Dr. Nassif, there's all kinds of niacinamides on the market, and there is. However, by the way, you can get one as low as like $9, okay? This, first of all, is 10% niacinamide. Highest dose I can put in a product like this. 2, it's filled with 300 biopeptides, which basically what that does, and these are all clinical grade. Now, you can find them in ultra luxury markets, a couple $100 for something like this. But what I wanted to do is bring it to the masses. This is the world launch of this.
I love the appearance of their skin in the after. I mean, their skin is just glowing. That's not a serum, that's not a product, that's not a highlighter. That's the actual appearance of their skin has been visibly changed due to a serum. All of your serums, all of your products from the detox pads, they're both for men and women. So you don't have to worry about any particular skin type. They're for all skin tones as well. Even niacinamide, great for all skin tones, Dr.
All skin
Nassif?
tones. And I like using this twice a day.
Okay.
You know, and the thing is, you know, when it comes to biopeptides, we're helping with the collagen, we're helping with the elastin. And what you're looking at right now is our instrumental test. This is our science behind using this product. And when you look at this right now, you're seeing it right on your skin. Let's see, is it that way? There it is. Okay, there we go. Skin tone. Crepey skin, fine lines and wrinkles. Remember, I originally designed this for around the eyes, but it's face, neck, okay, and around the eyes. And then transepidermal water loss. We have Ectoin and Allotoin, 2 incredible hydrators. You don't get that, you don't basically become dehydrated. You're not losing water from your skin. And the skin tightness. I mean, so our goal is to actually get everything in the brightness, wrinkles, everything. That's the science-based. Now what you're looking at, what folks, and by the way, unfortunately, I can't even read that because my eyes, what's happening in my eyes here?
100% agreed their skin felt smoother. 96% agreed that their skin had more radiance, and 92% agreed that their skin was more hydrated. So smoother, firmer, younger looking skin. A lot of us have heard a lot about niacinamide. This is an ingredient that's been around for many, many years, but this is a really extremely luxury level product. This is the best of the best. 10% niacinamide. Sometimes when you buy other products, they say they have niacinamide. You might not even know what the ingredient percentage is. It might be 1%, 2%. So show us here, Dr. Nassif, what we're looking at. What kind of results can we expect if we're using niacinamide on a regular basis? I'm so thrilled that this is here. I'm buying this tonight.
I mean, so I want everyone to use this twice a day.
Okay.
And first of all, for that mature aging skin, okay, it's anti-aging. It's going to help, as we saw, reverse some of those signs of aging. And you can take a look, and right now it's this before and after, 4 weeks, okay? 1 month, 2 times a day. First of all, look at the radiance and the brightness of the skin. You can see when you just even look up here, compared to up here, you can see that radiance. And then when we go here, look at already how that hyperpigmentation after 1 month is improved. Look at the crow's feet area. And, you know, the thing is this, we just talked about mature skin. But for premature aging, for the younger folks, Let's talk about preventing. This is prophylactic. Let's have the next one. And so it's nice that I get to go through these with you. We show you these befores and afters. So we'll take a look here. Look underneath the lower eyelid. Look at how that is completely improved. Okay, take a look right over through here. And now look at the radiance.
Okay.
Look at the crepey area.
I'd love to show this
and the
close
smooth
up
area.
because you can really, really see the difference. And you know what I love about this product? There are certainly some very obvious visible signs of aging, but the stuff that's the most frustrating is the hyperpigmentation, is the texture, is the tone of the skin, because all of that does make us look and feel older.
You know, unfortunately, it does. And that hyperpigmentation, a lot of us are born with that.
Yeah.
You know, and so what I want to show you here, I'm going to show you about a total of 5 of these. But if you look here, look at the depth of the nasolabial fold. And look at the marionette line. Now look at the difference. So that depth, especially preventing transepidermal water loss, as you can see, that depth is not nearly as deep. Okay, so that's what's important. I have 2 more. Remember, for all of you out there, when you're looking at a skincare product, you want to see how effective it is, and befores and afters, and clinical studies is what shows you the effectiveness. And again, the value is here, which Sarah talks about that. But when we look at this area here, and again, this is mature age skin. I'm not showing you a 25-year-old. I want to show you how effective it works. 4 weeks, 2 times daily, you're going to use the detox pads first, and then you're going to use this. This is how I've been using this, and I've been using it a little bit longer than, because you know I've had to try this for the last 3 months, and I use it twice a day. Now, when we look here, I just want you to look at the crepey skin here. Look at the crepey skin, and how many of you can relate to this? And now look at that. That is what you want to see. Remember, face and neck, but I'm focusing on the thinnest skin of all, which is your lower eyelid. And that area, yeah, we laser it in the operating room. Got to be careful with surgery, you know, because that could actually be dangerous in that lower eyelid.
But this is something you can put around the eye?
You can put that around your eye. It's
Okay.
tested around the eye, so it's eye safe, shall we say. And again,
Would you layer this after you do the detox pad?
so here's the way I do it. Cleanser in the shower.
Yeah.
Detox pad, my first anti-aging treatment, getting everything ready to go. Then I use this. Now, I layer about 5 products myself, and that's how I've made Nassif MD, and also that's why they're very reasonably priced. And again, not like HSN prices, of course.
No.
Not my med spa.
No, we have the
you're not
best
getting
price
this.
in the country. And believe me, clients come from all over the world to be there with Dr. Paul Nassif. And I don't know about you, but I'm hanging on every word because I'm just so excited that he's here, an internationally renowned facial plastic surgeon. He's a star of E's television show, Botched. He has such a deep understanding of the facial aging process. I mean, you know what the skin looks like from the inside out. And it doesn't matter what you're doing in your surgical practice. What you need everyone to do at home is to take care of their skin, right? Because you can't address the texture or the tone or the radiance when they're with you. That's something that you recommend they take care of before they see you.
Absolutely. I mean, you can. That's why when we make a product, and like I said, I've wanted a niacinamide. I've wanted a niacinamide for years, and we said, okay, well, everyone else has niacinamide.
Sure.
And maybe they do have 10%, but again, there's not that many with 300 biopeptides, actually with a cranberry antioxidant, which is basically superfood for your skin.
Why do we want peptides?
Peptides are really what help the amino acids keep building collagen and elastin.
Okay.
And when you have collagen and elastin, that's where the anti-aging, one, if you already are aged, we're working on getting you looking better, as you see in the befores and afters. Or let's say you're in your early 20s and you want to stay looking great. Again, anti-aging before it starts. Prophylactically, we use this product. And you know, can we pop up one last second the clinical study?
Look at those nasolabial folds. Look at that, the texture, the tone of her skin. Look at how smooth, how radiant it is. If you have never tried a niacinamide serum, this is really an incredible offer. Again, he was saying you could spend hundreds of dollars. This one's $39. And by the way, it's 2 ounces, so it's not small. Sometimes serums out there like half an ounce, maybe an ounce. 1.5 ounces. This is 2 ounces for less than $40, which is really, really impressive. You're getting doctor-developed skincare at really incredible prices. No one else is doing this. I would hate for you to miss out on this one. It is on auto ship. Well, that's a good thing. You could lock in this price on auto ship, and today is the sale price. So we're gonna pause so everyone can place their order. Again, you're gonna add that to your routine of the detox pads, which are today's special, which are backed by popular demand. It only happens once a year that we do the detox pads. So we're gonna wrap this up. 092-1600 is your item number. We'll give you a moment to pause. Make sure you grab the detox pads. The bonus buy is the cleanser and the brand new serum, and we'll be back with some more Dr. Nassif favorites.
Hey there. Let's chat about getting some of the best deals on the things you love. Because when you're an HSN card VIP, the perks are all yours. And who doesn't love extra perks? Like 12 to 18-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on items that you love all day, every day. And HSN card VIPs enjoy extra perks. Oh, if you apply today and if approved, you could get $25 off your order. So, are you ready to jump in? Give them a ring or visit hsn.com.
I cannot run out of these products. So I'll let you in on a little secret. I have them on auto ship. It's the best way to stock up on all the items I love from HSN. Regular deliveries come on my schedule. For example, this comes every 90 days. But the stock shampoo comes a little more often. The best part is, the price I paid is locked in. Auto ship. Get more of what you love when you need it.
The stars have aligned on QVC Plus and HSN Plus for season 2 of my late night talk show, Busy This Week, hosted by me, Busy Phillips. Tune in every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern for a new episode as we get down to earth with some of today's most shining stars and shop fab finds from QVC that you won't believe. Busy This Week, Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, or watch on demand on QVC Plus and HSN Plus. Download the free TV app or visit QVCplus.com to start streaming now.
All right, let's give you some quick reminders. Our today's special is already off to an incredible start. Thank you so much for all of your orders. You are not going to be disappointed. This is like my desert island product. I have put this into little plastic bags. I've put this into little plastic containers. I have taken this all around the world because I don't leave the house without it. What is it? The Dr. Nassif Detox Pads, best value of the year, never to be repeated. You get 3 for less than the price of 1. So instead of spending nearly $47 for 1, we're gonna give you 3. Also, it comes down to like $15 a pop, 25 cents a pad. You are not gonna wanna miss out on that. And auto ship is extremely limited because they cannot reserve this price going forward. We're giving you such an incredible buy. So if you want a little mini facial, if you want an anti-aging treatment, it's your cleanser, it's your exfoliator, it's radiance, it's brightening, it's addressing lines and wrinkles, and it's all in one little pad that you can just swipe and go. You definitely want to try the detox pads. They are an absolute miracle in a pad, a little mini facial in a pad. So jump in, get those out to you today. If you want auto ship, it's a very limited quantity remaining now in auto ship. We offered just a few for the launch, so our most dedicated, obsessed fans of the detox pads are there for that. In fact, I'm going to switch from my single auto shipment to the 3 pack because this is by far the best value we've ever done on the detox pad. So I'm so glad you're watching and shopping. Grab that for a teenager, mom, dad. Great for all ages, both men and women. Another thing that I know a lot of you love is the periorbital eye complex. We do have a duo for you, but let's talk about results, doctor.
You know, the #1 procedure I do for anti-aging is the upper eye, upper blepharoplasty. And one thing I did not expect, Sarah, with my before and afters, was that lifting power of it. And that hooding even looks better. So we did. And again, I took the best antioxidants, the best vitamin C ethyl absorbic acid, a product called Vin Uplift, which is harvested from grapes frozen on the vine in Switzerland, and it's actually harvested a few times a decade. In pilot studies shown to hydrate, it actually popped up and lifted up that upper lid. So one thing for all of you that's so important is, I'm gonna go to our telestrator in just a second, then I'll go over to our lovely models, is that the upper eyes, very thin skin. So one thing that you just heard a few minutes ago, if you were here listening, is our world launch of our niacinamide biopeptide serum. You're gonna put that on first, 360 around your eyes on your orbital bone, and then you're gonna apply this. And this is gonna transform your upper eyelids, actually, your whole eyelid, 360. And what we'll do is we'll show you how they put on earlier. All right, actually, we're showing Kelly. Kelly's putting it on, dabbing on her lower eyelid, below her eyebrow, and on her upper eyelid. And I'm gonna want both our lovely models to do that so we can actually show a little before and after of one eye in a few minutes. And you're gonna put that on twice a day, following your, remember, cleanser first, detox pad second, niacinamide biopeptide serum 4, you're using this because you layer Nassif MD.
And this is basically a buy one, get one. One is 52, you're getting 2 for 49. So if you really want to address that eye area, you have some really incredible ingredients in this Vin Lift. What's Vin Lift?
So Vin Uplift, that's again the grapes frozen on the vine. You make the, Swiss ice wine. Swiss ice wine, now remember they're alcohol free, but what it does, it hydrates. Hydrates, you get instantaneous lifting, and temporary of course, but long term. So that's where you're getting that pop, that lift, helping again with that hooding. And take a look at this before and after. Look at the amount of hooding. No, I did not do a blepharoplasty on this patient. But again, when you're looking at the hooding, the power of the lifting, I'm gonna go through, we have about 4 or 5 of these, and you can even see right here, the complexion, the pigmentation is softer. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the next one. I think, what do we have, about 5 of these probably? And I'm gonna go, okay. Now, when you look at this is 4 weeks. You're getting what, 2 of these you said?
Did you get 2?
Okay, and when you look at the radiance, look at the shine, the radiance of the skin, luminosity. Okay, now what I want you to do is look at the lifting power. Look at, you can see more of the upper eyelid. Okay, no products do that. No eye products I've ever seen do that. Look at the crow's feet, how they've softened. And you know what you do, you go to the doctor's office and you get the little shots in that area for crow's feet. I'm not comparing this to Botox at all, but that's when the patients come in, they want that treatment for you. So look at the lifting. Actually, hold on, let me do it better this way. There we go. Take a look how that eye is more open. And also look at over here, look at this area. This is why the periorbital is such an area of very thin skin. We want you to take care of your upper eyelids. And again, anti-aging, we're making it look younger. Or if you're younger and you want to have those eyes looking great the whole time, look at that. And again, I'm showing you mature skin. Look at the difference. Look here too. 4 weeks, twice a day. And I think, do we have one? We have one more, don't we? One more. All right. So remember, it's important for me to show you the befores and afters. Okay, look at this. Crow's feet. Look at that. And look at this. Wait, hold on. Let me show you better that way. Look at the lifting of the eyelid. And you know, Sarah, when a patient sees lifting of the eyelid, if I'm doing a conservative upper blepharoplasty, removing skin, okay, you get to see more of the eyelid platform. So when you put your mascara on, the color, you can see more.
You don't have that color transfer or
and now
makeup getting all...
And you see the lifting with this. You get the little spoon, the consistency, and you're getting a total, right now, these are 1 ounce. Usually eye products are half. You're getting what, 2 full ounces?
You're getting 2 full ounces. One is 52, and now you're getting 2 for less than the price of 1. Retail value on this, $104. If you walked into his clinic in his spa in Beverly Hills right now, you'd spend $104. And frankly, I'm sure many of your clientele are more than happy to pay that price for what you're getting. And I love, Dr. Nassif, that what you want to show everybody is the results, that these have been clinically tested, that these have measured results, because you as a doctor, as a scientist, I'm sure you want to deliver those results to everybody who's watching, as well as your clients in your spa.
You know, what I'm trying to do, it's almost like I'm putting myself out of business. I'm trying to give you results. You know, again, as a facial plastic surgeon, you know, yes, I would love to give you surgical results, which I can't make that claim, of course, but the befores and afters show you exactly where that lifting, the power, the luminosity, the fine lines and wrinkles. So put your finger up to the side you treated, Donna. She just put that on, okay? And now what I want you all to look at, remember I was telling you about the lifting? Do you mind if I move your head a little bit? Okay, so this is the side over here that's been treated. Okay, I want you all, I'm gonna turn your head a little bit. Look at, remember look over here at the, hold on, I'm gonna pop over. Look at this area here, right? Look at how much that eyelid and brow is lifted as compared to that side.
Wow,
So you
that's a
see?
visible
Here.
difference.
So now take a look. Look right here at the difference. Elevated. So treated on this side. Look at the difference on the eyebrows. Okay? So you're getting that immediate effect, immediate lifting and tightening.
And then
And
over
long-term.
time, additive
Long-term.
benefits of
Absolutely.
continuing to stay with these great products. All right, we're just about out of time on this one. Buy one, get one free. This is the best time to buy. Dr. Nassif is not in the house very often. We usually have to interrupt his very busy days of surgery and bring him in via camera, but it's a thrill to have you here, Dr. Nassif, and I know everybody is so excited to shop from Doctor Developed Skincare. He's the doctor, he's the guy. These are sometimes years and years in development, bringing you the best formulas, the best ingredients, the best products that Dr. Nassif knows how to deliver. And he's bringing them directly to you. Only you here at HSN get these great values. Sure, he could sell them anywhere else, but these are not available anywhere else except for his clinic. So let's go ahead and give you age-defying skincare. Let's give you $25 off the HSN credit card. Doesn't that sound nice? We have that too. In fact, all you do is apply today and buy today. And wait for it, because we have the mega size, the super size, the bonus size. Yeah, every time I look at this bottle, I'm like, whoa, because this is not the size bottle that I have at home. This is not the 1 ounce. This is not the 2 ounce. This is actually the 4 ounce of his incredible best-selling Dr. Nassif Hydro Screen Serum. This is the serum with retinol. This is the serum with ceramides and hyaluronic spheres. This is moisture. This is brightening. This is incredible youthful-looking skin, addressing lines and wrinkles. We cannot do a show. We cannot offer today's special without your hero product, the Hydro Screen Serum. We have an incredible value. $135 is our regular price. It's here today. The biggest bottle at the lowest price, $69. So incredibly silky. I love this product. I just made a video for social media today. You can check it out, Sarah Anderson HSN, where I talk about my 2 Nassif MD must-have products that I don't go anywhere without them. And they're right here in front of me. It's the detox pads and it is the Hydro Screen. In fact, mine's almost empty, so I will be upgrading to the 4 ounce size. This is gonna last you a very long time.
Oh yeah, this is gonna last. I mean, one thing too, we have the new dispenser.
Okay,
so we
let's
listen
talk
to our
about
customers. And actually, you know, and also we went to not glass anymore. So we can actually get this, so every bit of this is used. Now you all might ask, what is the Hydro Screen? So this is my #1 serum that I developed over 8 years ago. And you're looking at right now a clinical study for crepey skin, hydration, firm line and wrinkles. And by the way, these are clinical studies to show why they work. And this is the product that you're gonna use at the end, right before you put on your makeup or sunscreen and right before you go to bed. Now, you watched actually, we just put some of these on our hands.
Yeah.
And actually,
I put on a
want
lot.
I want to explain to everyone really what this is. My #1 global best-selling serum, and they're dehydrated spheres of hyaluronic that are water-loving substances. And what they do is when they touch your skin, as unfortunately we all get dehydrated starting in the 20s, and it gets worse and worse, and then we get that hollowness. We lose that plumpness. And so what this is gonna do is as soon as it touches your skin, these dehydrated spheres, so here's dehydrated skin right there, and now we lost the vitality, and watch how they become those big blue spheres. They just filled up with all the local moisture. So that gave you volume, plumpness, okay?
That's why I love this. I love the volumizing. I love the plumpness. My skin feels so dewy, even when I wake up the next day. I don't know if you noticed that, Donna, but I can almost like, I could feel it still on my skin, but it's not a greasy residue, but I don't wake up dehydrated and dry.
It dries to a matte finish. It does go on wet, dries to a matte finish.
Yeah.
And everyone, it also has retinol, which is incredible for fine lines and wrinkles. So you saw the clinical-based studies. And in addition, you know, you're watching Donna put on, and we'll go back to her in a minute. So for example, I forgot mine. I'm gonna go to the telestrator in a minute because I'm gonna show you, but I forgot mine. So what I do, for the guys out there watching, I'm gonna use maybe 1.5 pumps, especially after I shaved. So I shaved before I got here, okay? I forgot to bring my hydro screen because I had the 4 ounce. I had a carry-on and I couldn't bring it.
Right, that's right.
So
Can't always bring your...
So I love doing this. I put this on, and yes, I'm not gonna put it on as delicately as Donna, over there. And then I usually put this on the hands.
Yeah.
Because your hands age. And you will say, well, wait, you're gonna see some before and afters of your hands also. So now, hopefully, I might not, because I just put this on. We're gonna see how this works on the telestrator.
Okay.
But what I want, one question before I do this. So the value, I know you said that.
Yeah.
But if you get this on the website, what is the normal price of this?
Well, in the past, we've offered it in the 2 ounce size or the 1 ounce size, which we don't even have available anymore. But the 2 ounce size was actually a higher price than the 4 ounce size. So this is basically the biggest bottle for the lowest price. So there's never gonna be a better time. However, there is also auto ship if you wanna lock in this value on all future shipments of the 4 ounce size. I use this every single day. I love this serum. And even if you have oily skin, it's not gonna leave an oily residue. I can reapply it 3 times and my face is never shiny. That's how amazing it is. It's the coolest serum, you've gotta try it. So right now you're saving about $65 off the price, and auto ship is actually very limited now. We only have a few hundred in auto ship. And again, auto ship is more limited because that means we have to honor that price for all future shipments. And obviously we cannot make that promise to too many people, but people have called this the fountain of youth. This has gotten rave reviews, magic in a bottle, best serum ever. I mean, our viewers are obsessed with this hydro screen as much as I am.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is, again, when we talk about hydration, you gotta hydrate to keep looking, you have to keep looking young. Very, very important. And when you're looking at it as a before here, take a look at before one application. And again, you're getting that instant plumping, that instant volume, and then after 4 weeks. Now, because of our timing towards the end of the show, I wanna go through these pretty quickly for you because we have to show Dawn at the end. Let's keep going through these. Keep rolling for me. 5 weeks, twice a day. Look in this area. Look how these, remember, we're plumping out the wrinkles. Hyaluronic acid with retinol. And you might have heard the word, you can go to the next one, hyaluronic acid in the med spa. They're using the needles to inject hyaluronic acid. This, of course, is different than injectable hyaluronic acid, but Concept, which is a water-loving substance. And if you look at here, we're plumping up those lines, helping with the wrinkles, helping with the radiance. And again, ceramides, keeping that moisture in. In addition, you have the hyaluronic acid and retinol all combined. And it's very stable. On this one, you're looking at the radiance of the skin and the glow, okay? And the increased volume around the cheek area here. And what do we have next? We have some hands. And remember, the hands are the #1 thing I can look at you and tell you your age. Well, I want you to start looking at these before and afters. So since you have 4 ounces, you're gonna use you're gonna use the detox pads on your hand first, and then you're gonna go ahead and use the hydro screen after you do your face, neck, and décolleté. And again, we're talking about hydration at its best because when patients get older, they start to dehydrate immediately. And let's pop. Now, here's my favorite one coming up. I'm gonna show you really, okay, let's stop here for 1 second, then I know you wanna go pop over to Donna. But look at the wrinkles here, and look at the volume change. You can see the little, look at the difference here. So if I can hydrate your hands and make you look younger,
that's what I'm just thinking. We have all those bones and tendons. Here's what we're doing. We're doing the 4 ounce size for a better value than the 2 ounce size. You have to try this. It is really incredible. What I love is that you can use this as often as you want, and a little bit goes a long way. It's very slippery. How would you describe it, Dawn? It kind of has like a velvety, silky finish to it. It's not a heavy, thick cream.
No, not at all. It's very, very silky and it absorbs really quickly. It does look shiny when you first put it on, but then it absorbs to a dry matte finish. And I can just feel, it's like you feel your skin plumping up because of the hydration. I love the Hydro Screen. It's like the gold standard of my skincare. I use it every day along with all of Dr. Nassif's products. I wish that I had taken a before shot in the beginning before I started using his products, because my skin has improved so much over the years, and it shouldn't be that way because I'm getting older.